Hey everybody, so WWDC 2011, Apple's keynote was today. In fact, it just ended, and I'm gonna give you a summary of it as best as I can. They started with talking about OS X Lion. It has a lot of new multi-touch gestures that they previewed on the stage. It has full screen apps that they previewed on the stage. They previewed mission control, which is really awesome. It's expose and spaces kind of combined for handling multiple windows and apps running at the same time. They said that they've pretty much eliminated the need for scroll bars, using just multi-touch gestures now to navigate through apps and websites. Photo Booth has a new facial tracking technology, which is really cool, with some really cool effects. They talked about the Mac App Store and how now it's built into Lion. They talked about a feature called Resume, which pretty much lets you go back to the state your app was in, to wherever you left off your work in any app, so you can pick up where you left off and you don't lose track of where you were. They talked about a new feature called Autosave, which basically Lion saves your documents automatically for you, so you don't go like, uh-oh, I forgot to save, shoot, and lose all your work. That would suck. They talked about AirDrop, which is a really cool feature. It's almost like a peer-to-peer feature, like a file sharing application. But from what I understood, it's for all the Macs on your network. It's kind of like Dropbox, and it's fully encrypted transfer of files between the Macs on your network. They talked about the new mail application in Lion. I'm not going to get into details about that. Lion will only be available on the Mac App Store, no box version of it, only the Mac App Store for $29.99 for 5 devices, and it's a 4 GB download, and it will be available this July. That's all they said, no specific dates. Moving on to iOS 5, quite a few changes here. They talked about notifications. There's, I guess I would call it an app called Notifications Center, which you would get to by swiping down from the top on your iPod, iPhone, iPad screen. There's notifications on the lock screen now, which you'll slide across so you can get to that app and that notification from your lock screen. Really cool feature. There's a new feature on iOS called Newsstand. It's kind of like the iBooks app, but for magazines and newspapers. It combines all newspapers and magazines, organizes all your subscriptions, and it has background downloads of new issues of your subscriptions, which is really cool. Twitter is integrated into iOS 5 now. It's integrated specifically with the camera app and the photo app, and with any third-party app that wants to have Twitter integrated with it. Safari has a new feature called Safari Reader. It's a button that pretty much takes care of all the distractions, takes them all away for you, and it just makes reading a website easier for you. And Safari now also has tabbed browsing. The camera app has quite a few changes. You can double click the home button now. Let's say your iPhone or iPod Touch or iPad 2 is off, but you see a situation you want to take a picture of immediately. You don't have the time to slide to unlock and all that. All you do is you double click the home button, you get a little camera icon, you click it, go to the camera app, take the picture right there, right now, without entering the passcode, of course, if you have a passcode set. You can also now use the volume up and down. Let's see, this is your iPhone, you're taking a picture. You can use the volume up and down buttons for taking the picture. Just nice. It's really handy. You can also pinch to zoom and edit your pictures right on the camera app on the device. The Mail app on iOS 5 has a few changes. It has rich text formatting, it has indentation control, draggable addresses, and you can flag messages now. The iPad has a cool new feature because, well, you know, especially sideways, the iPad is a little too big for typing with your thumbs. So it has a split keyboard right now. You can do a gesture on your iPad screen and it splits up the keyboard into half, and you can easily type with your thumbs on your iPad now, which is really cool. Guess what? The most important part of iOS 5, in my opinion, the best part: no syncing to iTunes to activate your device when you buy it from the store. You just turn it on, and instead of that connect to iTunes icon, it says welcome. You swipe, and it's ready to use. How awesome is that? And over-the-air software updates. Now, they're not huge, chunky updates, but they're Delta updates, so you can easily do them over the air using your Wi-Fi. Game Center also has some new features. It's more social now, like Facebook. It shows your friends' friends, and it suggests games to you and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into too many details about Game Center. Another cool new feature of iOS 5, Message. It's a new app called, I think, iMessage is what they said. It's basically a messaging solution for all your iOS devices now. Works with the iPhone 3, it works on 3G and Wi-Fi. It works on the iPod Touch, the iPad, and the iPhone, and it syncs all your messages all across your devices. So if you have an iPod Touch now, you can text message people who have other iPod Touches or iPhones or iPads, which is really awesome. iOS 5 ships this fall. It supports iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, iPad, the first gen, iPad 2, iPod Touch 3rd generation, and iPod Touch 4th generation. Now we'll get to the iCloud, the part where Steve Jobs basically took the stage. All your digital stuff from your iDevices will automatically get sent to the iCloud and automatically pushed into your wireless devices. And it's integrated with all your iOS apps. That's basically the nutshell of it. Mobile Me core apps are now iCloud apps. All updates to contacts, calendars are done wirelessly, and they've added calendar sharing. Let's say you and a friend, or you and your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, have events together. You can share your calendar using the iCloud feature, which is really nice. You can edit calendars together, all that stuff on different devices. Mobile Me ceases as of today, and iCloud is free of charge. Wireless backup to the cloud once daily, every day, is done through the iCloud. It backs up all your iDevice contents. That includes music, photos, apps, all that stuff, and also your device settings. So if your iPod Touch, something happens to it, you need to get another iPod Touch, just sign into your iCloud account, which is your Apple ID account, and boom, your settings, apps, everything right on your iPod Touch or iPhone or iPad, all that. This part I'm kind of confused about. Apparently, if you take, let's say, pictures using your iPod Touch, and it gets synced with your iPad or iPhone or your Mac, those pictures, only the last 1,000 of them will always be on those other devices. So if you want to keep the picture on those devices, you have to put them in albums, not on the original device that you took the picture with. This is what I understood of it anyways. The iTunes app on your iPod Touch, iPhone, iPad in the cloud. You can see all your purchases now by pressing the purchase button. Shows all your purchases, and you can re-download them for free on all your devices. Any songs bought on any device will be pushed to all your other iDevices. And if you have songs ripped from CDs, there's a few options. The most important one is iTunes Match. It will match up your ripped music with iCloud, with iTunes Content ID, and puts it on the iCloud. This, of course, will cost you $24.99 a year. That's basically the rundown of WWDC 2011. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/DGtronic. My YouTube channel, subscribe to it, youtube.com/DGtronic. I will see you in the next video.